So today's topic is about kind of getting rid of the clutter of the game in a way that makes it easy to process information, easy to understand what's going on in battle, and therefore making it so that the game itself doesn't get in the way of own its own like progression, I guess. To me, the way that I have fun in a game is by getting better at it and studying it and understanding what I've been doing wrong up to this point. And the way that AFK Arena is set up from the get go is very detrimental to that experience. So first off, if you just started playing the game, you're probably used to this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on the sounds just so you can understand how busy everything is. So, got the sounds on now. We're gonna go into let's see, a match. We're gonna go King's Tower, hit go, and we're just gonna hit play. It's very busy, lots of yelling, lots of sounds. I can't stand it. So, the way that I fix that is by going to your icon, go to settings, and turning the music and the sound effects off. I think that the way AFK Arena was designed is supposed to be sort of like a silly party game. Like you just have it on in the background, you do some fun stuff, whatever. And to me, I just take the game a little bit more seriously, I guess. So when I'm playing, I don't need to hear like magic sounds from a caster, and I don't need to hear the clank and clings of weapons against armor. It's just not important to me. I care more about like, why is my team losing? How can I win? So I turn those two things off. The next thing is that I have my game accelerator from 1 to 2. I feel like this just helps in general, the way the game is very smooth this way. There's so many features that take a second or two, and if maybe you're playing this on your break, maybe you're playing this at work, it's just like a time waster. So you're going into the Oaken, and like that was pretty fast, right? So to me, if I want to click on something, I want it to go. I don't want it to sit there and like pause and load the animation slowly. Another one is if you're in the middle of one of these Voyage of Wonders, and let's say I need to get from one side of the map to the other. If this is still on the 1 times speed, it takes a really long time. 2, it's pretty fast, and it doesn't look janky. It doesn't look like rigid and like robotic-y. If you turn it up to the 6 times speed, which was the other option, that is bad. This does not look good, and it also makes the game crash from time to time. So, I feel like the only purpose for this is like if you're doing lots and lots of like big summons, but I don't need it to be this quick. I don't even know what's going on. That's how bad that is. So, this game acceleration only happens outside of combat, so just know that. This is just basically based on what kind of system you're running. If it's a PC, if it's a higher end PC, leave your high details on. If for whatever reason it's not that great of a PC, I don't know how, but if it's not, then turn that high details off so you can at least see what's going on. It doesn't make it all like choppy, like in laggy almost. Low power mode is just if your phone is in need of power, since this is a mobile game. See right here, this is another big thing. This is another big way that the game gets in the way of enjoying it, I guess. Ultimate animations, I guess, at the end of the day, are fine because it makes your character feel powerful, but I don't need an animation every single time. And these animations takes 3 or 4 seconds, and that's every single battle, and it stops to do the big animation and make a big deal, and that's, again, great. I know how powerful the Awakened Heroes are. I don't need the animation. So I turn that off. The next thing is going to be the battle text and health bars. This is how the game is set up by default, with health bars turned off and battle text turned on. If you go into the actual battle itself and we hit go, there's just numbers everywhere. There's dodges, haste, immune. Life bars only come up when people take damage. When they're not, it's gone. You you don't really have any idea about what's happening. So my suggestion is to turn those things off. Settings wise, turn your health bars on, your battle text off, and that way when you go into your battles, you can see what characters are losing health when. What's the thing that I need to understand? See, everyone's health bars are very clearly visible, and I've heard some people say, "Well, you've got health bars at the bottom. Why do you need a second set?" And I feel like in the time it takes for you to look down and see who's lost health at which point, you won't even know what was the attack that did it. It's just, it needs to be inherent. It needs to be something where you just see it and you know automatically, okay, that character took too much damage. I need to be able to heal them in this moment. Something like that. So those are my suggestions, at least for streamlining the game, making it so that it's more fun to play, and being able to progress through more information. The last thing is that if for whatever reason, if you did need the game settings on for some reason, I don't know, you need like a tactile feedback and you're tired of the English voices, you can go here and you can set Japanese and Korean, and I believe this is Chinese. But those, it can provide some benefit. Again, clicking back and forth between the heroes, though, they say the same thing over and over and over again, and it just gets kind of monotonous. And the music, the main reason why I turn that off is because, one, I probably have music that I'm listening to. It's a pretty much like universally understood concept that when you're listening to music that you really, really like, it helps you focus. It kind of like shuts your brain off from thinking about stray things. You just kind of focus on the task at hand. And likewise, this music is the same throughout the entire game. And so if you have the music on and you're in town and you're looking at stuff, it's very distracting to be listening to one song, and then if you're in the temple, listen to another song, and then you come out and you listen to the same song again, the Noble Tavern, and then another song. It's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And like, it's just too much. Like, I need this game to calm down. So just a little bit faster outside of the matches, a little bit less noisy, a little bit less cluttered in battle. All of these features being set this way will help you progress faster and make it less of a party game and more of like a serious competition sort of thing with yourself. Obviously everybody else is playing too, but it's just one way that you can take the game a little bit more seriously. Hopefully this helps.